I think we will all be lovely beyond any doubt they are on the way, given all the other insane stuff that's happening within the world recently. Fair another catastrophe to bargain with. But what's perfect way the most perfect way do that? Well, we've all learned a few traps in motion pictures from Fiendish Dead to First Light of the Dead to Shaun of the Dead, but it's a part of exertion to undertake and battle them off. Why not fair burn a few elastic and get absent from there? To do that, you're intending to require a zombie confirmation vehicle. From the car that keeps the dumb night zombie free to the car that's nearly indestructible, here's 4 zombie confirmation vehicles you'll lament not. Number 1. Antizombie Batmobile. Batman has continuously had a few cool cars. Indeed, the initial Batmobile was kind of astounding. And when your special superpower is cash, you'll be able to manage to purchase an unused car each motion picture. Which isn't something Superman can do, working as a level writer. Except me, I got to know. Besides, as most Batman fans will know by presently, there's a modern Batman film coming in 2022. Featuring previous youngster heartthrob and partner of Mermaids, Robert Pattinson, and as sources say there will be an unused Batmobile for him to journey around Gotham City in, as he looks for the Riddler. What's indeed more exciting is the rumor that this Batmobile will be zombie-proof. Why would he require a zombie confirmation bat versatile in case Gotham City wasn't intending to be filled with zombies? What can be superior than Batman cutting through crowds of the undead as he battles to free his adored hometown from its haziness? Number 2. Watercolor Python. Motivated by the Amphika of the 1960s, Dave Walk of Southern California set out within the late 90s to make his claim form of the land and water capable car. Can zombies swim? Well, possibly. But at slightest having one of these would allow you alternatives. Besides, by 2013, a few models of the water car had been created, and Dave was prepared to dispatch the Watercolor Python. The Python is essentially the love child of a jet ski, an extravagant speedboat and a Chevy Corvette, from which it borrows the brutal 6.8-liter V8. This implies the water car will do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which need to get you to the water fast sufficient. Once there, a button press is all that's required to withdraw the wheels and fire up the fly, and after that this monster will hit 60 miles per hour on water, which should tout you out of locate of any swimming zombies. Additionally, you'll see truly cool impacting over the water in something that looks like a modded speedster. The chassis will set you back $170,000, but on the off chance that you choose that enormous Chevy creature as your motor. Number 3. PalV. On the off chance that you discover yourself in a spot where there are so numerous damn zombies you can't indeed drive over them, at that point how approximately taking to the discuss, so distant I've never listened of flying zombies, but on the off chance that there's any Hollywood motion picture makers out there who need a screenplay on flying zombies, hit me up, I'll have it with you in 5 minutes. But for presently, let's fair say that one of your best alternatives for getting away the zombie end times is to fly absent from it, and for simply will require the world's, to begin with, commercial flying car. Holland's Buddy EV. It kind of looks like a helicopter, but maybe a cross between an autogyro and a car. In any case, you'll only be able to fly this thing once you've gained your private pilot license, but once typically done you are free to drive this as a 3-wheeled car on the streets, and after that you'll be able to discover a reasonable spot, flip out the rotors and take to the discuss. There's a Dawn version and a Pioneer show to select between. Sign me up, you shout. Well, aside from the permit, you moreover. Number 4. Triumph Rocket 3. But what on the off chance that a gigantic V8 water beast is fair, not very bad as sufficient? You may be requiring a motorcycle, it seems, so you'll be able to swing past the zombies, blowing off heads with a sawn-off shotgun. And when it comes to badass bikes, there's no producer more badass than Britain's Triumph. And it's their Rocket 3 demonstrate that we prescribe. This Horde is the biggest uprooting bike within the world, and as we all know, ain't no substitution for uprooting. What's indeed way better is that this still looks like a genuine bike, not a few wind-burrow chiseled thing that was outlined by somebody on their 25th can of Beast Vitality. It is based on a 1960s bike, but can tear along at 145 miles per hour, pushing 160 pounds/foot of torque, and Triumph themselves portray it as the extreme muscle street fighter. And it indeed has a few charming small sidebars for all your foodstuffs. Cruel weaponry. Back in 1902 Triumph made their to begin with bike. I don't know approximately you, but I had no thought that instructors were so off base in so numerous things. What else do you think you learned in school but is in truth not true? Also, check out our other cool stuff appearing up on screen right presently. See you another time.